Black history to me, it's just like the history of the people that looks like me before me, that's now, and that'll come after me. And just like going outside of the norm of what people say that we can do on a daily, no matter how big or small it may be, just in our day-to-day lives. So I am a school teacher, and I work at a predominantly Black school, and so just seeing that a lot of people aren't introduced to the power of Black people, you know, it's more of like a burden. And so I try to introduce it as more of a power to my kids. And I feel like that's important, that they can see that there is positive with Black, because so much you hear in school of the negative, oh, the Black people were slaves, but what did we do? So I try to incorporate that in my classroom, and I feel like that's very important.
Foremost, my hope is that Black history continues to stay in schools and institutions. I hope that there is emphasis on how much Black Americans have truly impacted America. At the moment, politically, they are trying to erase Black history in schools, in institutions, get rid of Black History Month altogether, Juneteenth. I think that education needs to stay. I think it's very important, not just as Black Americans, but Americans in general, that everybody understands what this country was built on, the impact that Black Americans have had and continue to have.
There's a lot of rich history in Black culture that is not getting put out there in schools. You know, you learn about all these other people and all these wonderful things that happen. And the sad part is our history got lost somewhere along the way, and it's sad that it has to be focused on, because to me that just means that it's hidden, you know? So now we have a month, a whole month, where they get to focus and everybody can learn about all the wonderful things that all these wonderful people who happen to be Black has done. And there are some amazing things.
Being Black is dope, is what I think. Being Black to me is strength, not because of what I look like, but because of where I've come from. The things that we've had to overcome as a people lets me know that I have strength built up and can overcome or persevere through anything that is thrown my way.
It pretty much means just recognizing the Black people in the past that have done stuff for us, sacrifices, so that we could have our good life now.
Black history is important to me because it is us. It's a part of me. It's a part of my kids. And I think we need to be educated on our ancestors and what they did to pave a way for us today.
Celebrating all the Black people that has changed the world.
Well, when I think about Black culture, I think about respect and reverence for those who went before me, and to think about all the atrocities that they encountered, the way they were treated just simply from the color of their skin. So when I think that we should never forget and celebrate these people, what we have achieved, and remember that we still got a lot to go and not to give up.
It means like what Dr. Luther King Jr. like speak what he wants for the Black people to be with the white people.
Black history is important because, as you know, in the media, they're trying their best to erase us. They say that we volunteered to come over to America for a better life. But as you know, the Blacks are the only race of people that were brought here against their will. For we were strivers, kings, and queens, and we were forced to come to this country. So it is important that we continue to tell our children and their children's children so that they cannot replace us.
When I think about Black history, I think about a people who are
brilliant. I think about people who are determined. I think about people who have persevered through the ages. I think about people full of courage, who are strong, who have struggled. I also think about people who were full of hate. I think about people who were selfish. I think about people who were full of anger and ignorance. But I am so happy that we talk about Black history. I'm not necessarily happy about it just being a month. I think that Black history should be celebrated 365 days a year, and maybe February be a combination of all the things that you have studied and learned through the years, because our history is so vast, it is so big that you just can't put it into 1 month. And we continually make history every day, so we have so much more to add to what we already know.